Alright, just working on a new little project here. I made up a seasoning blend. I've still got to chop up some fresh onion and garlic, making a ground beef based Italian sausage for $1 million spaghetti I'm putting together for tomorrow. So I've divided up this ground beef here, and we're just going to put a little bit of our seasoning there. Add some of our garlic and our onion, and then we're going to spoon in the rest of our ground beef here. I'll be right back. And so there we are with the rest of our seasons and our garlic and onion. We're just going to put our lid on here and pulsing that. Don't let it run continuously. Really, I'm trying to build up what I get with it. So I'll get this all mixed up. So our recipe calls for what, a pound and a half of the Italian sausage, which we've made up here. So we'll get in here and get that on. Got a ways to go. Yeah, a little ways further. Just a touch more. And look at us, we're in pound and a half territory. Doesn't have to be exact, but what the heck, right? All right, good enough. Oh, come back here, boy. There we go. Look at that, spot on. Now, the rest of this I'm gonna take and show you a little while later. We're gonna make a breakfast sausage out of this. So here's, what do they call this? I mean, it's sold for doing asparagus. This pot, I forget what the thing's called, but it's got this little wire basket, and it's really a handy dandy thing to have. I'm going to do my spaghetti in it because it doesn't take up so much water. It's tall, you know, spaghetti noodles fit right in it. I steam my eggs in there for hard-boiled eggs. What else? We use that for, of course, asparagus. I use it. Oh, and I fry my meatballs, like if I'm doing the lionhead, Chinese lionhead meatballs or any other meatballs, because it, you know, I can put this much oil in it and then I don't have to worry about it splattering and whatnot everywhere. So it's a cool thing. You get a chance to pick one of these up. I picked this up in a secondhand shop for a couple bucks. Recently just really cleaned this thing here up good. Did a soak in a vinegar water and got all the build up off of that. So yeah, get yourself one. Our recipe calls for chopped up onion and some garlic, so I'm gonna get that chopped up and we'll be back. All right, so we got everything set up here. We got our Italian sausage ground beef mixture, some onions and garlic, you know, our Italian season, got our tomato sauces. Let's go ahead and turn this water on, get it boiling. Once we get that boiling good for our pasta, we'll add, I use rock salt, you know, it's inexpensive. I'll wait till it comes to a boil, and then I add my salt. That way you don't stain your stainless. So we're going to add a little bit of an olive oil there, and go in with our onion and garlic. And once I get that softened up, translucent, I'll be back. Here's the pasta we're going to be using. I picked this up, several cases of it. They had it at the local Thug Mart, and it eventually got down to 25 cents for a pound of it. So I picked up several cases, gave a case to a couple of my children, you know, for their families. So this is what we're going to use right here. Alright, so our onions and garlic are there. We're going to go ahead and add our sausage mixture here. And work that in. And I get this all moved along, we'll be back. Y'all really didn't think I wasn't going to break out the stomper, did you? Heck, if you got the tools, you know, why not use it? And this just makes such an ease of trying to break up ground meats or other things. So yeah. So as you can see, we got this good and browned off, and now you'll see that consistency of that meat after being put through that food processor is quite different than it would be if you had just used it straight out of the package, you know, straight out of the company grinder there down at the market. All right, so my water's boiling. We're going to go in with rock salt there. Be careful not to get ourselves burnt. Yeah. Open the spaghetti, we'll get it in. And we'll let that rock along there for a minute and get it worked down into the water. All right, so we're going to go in with our 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. Get that right on in there. I've just got it on a low heat. I'm really not wanting to cook this because we want this to cool down, and then of course I'm going to be making the casserole. I'm going to ice my noodles down after they cook, cool them off, and then I'm going to add another jar of this is Classico. It's tomato basil, but I've got a roasted garlic for the noodles, and I'm just going to let this simmer along for a second or two. Not really wanting to cook it because it will cook once we cook the casserole tomorrow, and that's when that'll go on. So really we're just trying to get the thing together tonight, put it together, get it ready for tomorrow. I'll be back in just a minute. We're going to mix up our cheeses and whatnot. Stay tuned. So there we go, that's all good and mixed in. Got just a little bit of heat to it. And we'll let that move along for a minute. Meanwhile, we're going to go over here. I've reduced the heat on the pasta here. We'll give it a stir. See how she's doing. Things looking good there. Let that rock along till it gets right. No hard boil or anything going on there. Like I say, I've reduced the heat down. So yeah, be back. All right, we're getting ready to mix up our cheese mixture here. Now I'm going to use a combination of both ricotta, you know, as they say, you know, they're doing the cooking videos, and like Giotto, she's talking just like you and me, and then she gets to some kind of an Italian thing, and Italian, or ricotta, whatever. So anyway, Philadelphia, a little more of the Italian seasoning. I'm going to combine some of the ricotta and cottage cheese. I love Breakstone products. I eat this stuff right here with a spoon, but don't tell anybody. Got my mozzarella, Italian season. So we're going to blend that up. We'll be back. All right, so we're going to drain our noodles here. And in a minute, we're going to add those back to the pot, and then take that other sauce and add that to those and mix that up good. So I decided just to, instead of go back in the pot, I just got out my big old, what is this, a 2-gallon bowl, 8 quart, whatever. And I'm going to mix that up really well in there. And here you see my sour cream, got the cottage cheese, some ricotta, and my mozzarella, and cream cheese, and of course some of the Italian seasoning. Oh, and meat mixtures over here. So we're going to get all this stuff mixed up, and we'll be back. All right, we got that all mixed up. You know, I just dug in there with my hands. It's kind of useless getting in there with anything else. And got all my cheeses brought together. You know, I have that big old thing of ricotta. Don't tell anybody, but we're making cannoli a little later on in the week. So y'all want to hang around for that. And so there it is. Got it all finished up. Going to take some heavy-duty foil and spray it with some no stick spray or whatever. Go over the top of that. Put those in the refrigerator. Tomorrow I'm going to cook them up. And I know if some are lucky individuals that will be enjoying this for their lunch. Y'all be blessed. Take care. We'll talk.